This is the B-side, 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 the marriage. This is the B-side, 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 the marriage.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the B-Side of Marriage podcast. I'm your host, Rashonda, and this is my husband and co-host,
Jason.
And here at the B-Side, we talk about everything related to marriage, the good, the bad, the real, the A, and the B-Side. So if it's your first time joining us, welcome. And if you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all those same things on all the other platforms, okay?
As well, follow us on Facebook at The B-Side of Marriage and on Instagram at B-Side of Marriage.
That it?
That's it.
On to the show. So, first segment, we like to share an A or B side from our week. And what do you got?
So I'm gonna go A side, and I'm just gonna. My A side is really just it's the power of our community, and we have a Bible study we go to every Wednesday, and through this Bible study, we're constantly getting filled, as well as just, I guess, more knowledge and wisdom of, of God, kingdom, and stuff like that. So for me, it's just like, this past Wednesday was kind of a little stressful with the kids, and going to Bible study, it kind of just, it's awesome how you can read something, and then it's like now it's like, okay, you're reading something, you're studying something, and then that same thing you studied is something you need to put in action and to show and teach your kids. So it's kind of, for me, that's what I was like, ASA was it was awesome to be able to like piece those together, I guess. What about you?
Mine is also an A side.
Okay. Oh.
We have our B, although I'm like lopsided. We have our B side of marriage merch. So that's my A-side moment, because it's been in the works for a long time.
Yeah. And
I've been wanting a hoodie, and here we are. So
it's the little things.
It is the little things. That's really my A-side moment, because like it took a minute to get done, but they're here now. So I'm excited.
Okay, so I was like, I just forgot. So yeah, so we do a second segment is a P2P share, where we're sharing something we're reading, listening to, or watching. So
I don't have anything this week. I've been doing a lot of just listening to books. Can't really recommend. I shouldn't say that. I've been literally on an audiobook kind of tangent, but I don't want to recommend any of them.
Okay, well, what I'm going to read, something I was watching, is it's called The Cave of Abdullah. I don't know how to pronounce it right.
Okay.
It's on ESPN Plus, and it's, like I said, I haven't finished it. I'm almost done with it, but it's just, it kind of goes about, how, black and brown boys, they don't have that, I guess, that initiation or something that gets them from boys to men. Like with girls, they have the, sweet 16 or whatever, like that, quinceañera, things like that. That's kind of that. So this is more for, I think it's in Detroit, actually. And they basically are, helping boys become men, and that transition where they're not sure of things. So it's really good. From what I watched so far, I'm gonna watch it again, watch it with our boys, because there's nuggets in there that that is good. Like, because when I watched, I was like, that'll be pretty cool for, when I grow up to have that, because it's, I always wondered, like, why does girls get, like, quinceañeras but boys don't get anything? You know, like, Jewish kids get bar mitzvahs, but there's nothing. So, just something that I watched was interesting, so.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Making that.
Well, I mean, because I grew up, we had the debutante ball. Yes, it was for the girls, but our dates, or whoever, our dates, they had to go through classes and stuff. So it was also too like a coming out of them because only certain people were like could be chosen and stuff like that.
Okay. So, I get what you're saying. It's like, but if you can only be chosen, it's not for everybody. That's what I was like.
Yes. Yeah, well, debutante is not for everybody either.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So. I've never did that. So.
Okay.
All right. So, what are we talking about today, my love?
We're just gonna be talking about our life. That's what we're talking about today. No, we're talking about transition and really giving practical ways on how to handle transition and go through changes.
Okay.
And then kind of give like a life update.
Oh.
It's a little bit of everything. Yeah. So, the last time we talked about like, okay, so the reason why I went into school, like went to actually get my licensure, for those who don't know, I am in school to become a licensed marriage and family therapist. That was because I've always had even when I was in like school initially, I've always had interest and passion for like psychology. But back in that day, I did not, like there was not a lot of paths. Well, there's a lot of, I should say, to me, there was not a lot of paths known. So I was just like, I don't want to be like a professor. So I didn't really see, and I also like felt like I had to be a doctor.
To become a therapist.
Like just because if that's where the route you were going, you have to just get a doctorate. And at that time I was like, I'm not trying to be in school forever and ever. So I, graduated in with a business and IT degree. So long story short, because I got laid off initially, pushed me into now what I'm going to do in my life. And so I was like, let me go ahead and just fulfill a passion. Plus it closely aligns with, my passion about marriages and equipping couples with the right tools and stuff. Okay. So it just made sense. Anyways, now that we're here, and so I was trying to really try to be an entrepreneur. And I struggled. Yeah. Because I really did like the flexibility it gives and the control it gives me over my schedule. But my mindset, I think it was just too big of a leap for me to make with my mindset. Okay. And because things were not going, because my thing is, if I do the work, I feel like I should see a reward. Okay. Or at least the fruits of my labor. Okay. And that wasn't necessarily the case. And so I was like, anyways. So, and I feel like there are just different ways to doing all the things that, all the goals that we have. And so, long story short, saying that I won't just be doing that full time anymore. Okay. Okay. And that has caused a shift or it will cause a shift in the way we run our households, in the way, like, it will just cause a complete change. So then I was thinking, okay, cool, nothing's wrong with having like corporate jobs or whatever, as long as it's like serving purpose or you see value in it, blah, 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 all those things. And so I'm doing this so that it can fund the long-term dream. So then it's just like, had me thinking. Like, I'm literally a year away
from school,
from graduation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, I was like, and I also feel like it's just crazy about everything that's about to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
Like, this is a big change for our family because we have gotten used to doing life and living life a certain way.
Correct.
And so now it's having to readjust, and this process is a little different than we would normally do.
Correct.
Because of our kids and the ages that they are and so forth. So I guess how do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about this new phase that we're coming into?
Basically, it's like you said, it's a phase. And I don't say it like that. It's a phase, meaning it's temporary. It's not like you're doing this because, I don't say that not saying you want to, but meaning like, this is not, you want to get, it's not that you want to get back in corporate America and climb the ladder. We know, this was something that, like, we feel something that God put in front of you for something that you can utilize. So, yes, that's how I feel. Like, I'm, my main thing is more about, I'm not saying I'm excited, because one of the things is hard because now my work wife ain't gonna be next to me anymore. So that's part of it.
Yes.
So she can be out of the house, so I'll be talking to myself most of the day. But other than that, no, I see this is going to help do, basically what God is put in front of us. So.
Right, and I also feel like it's because it will help us achieve other things faster.
That's true.
Like getting out of debt.
That's true.
Because our debt-free journey has been an interesting one. But yeah, so I do agree. It's funding, or it's not. I shouldn't say funding, but it's like setting us up for success.
Correct.
In the next transition.
Correct.
So we usually go through a lot of transitions, but usually our transitions are around the sports seasons.
Yeah.
So there was a different cadence when it's basketball. There's a different cadence when it's baseball, and then there's definitely a different cadence when they overlap.
Correct.
So this will be the first time that
flipped.
Yes, that it's my schedule that is causing the change. So we just wanted to talk to you all about how we normally just go through and address and kind of come up with a plan forward and so forth. Now, for us, this change in our household relationship is based off of new job opportunities, but it doesn't always have to be that way.
Correct.
Like, this is the way we're going to talk about addressing this transition, this change, is it also applies to when there is a change in expectations between the two, or if someone is growing and you feel like things are just shifting in your marriage, or if there's disconnect that's been created in your marriage. This is a way for you to address any change within your relationship. Okay. So the first thing is to know each other's communication style. I'm going to start right there. First thing is to know each other's communication style. Well, of course, there's passive aggressive, and assertive. But in knowing someone's communication style will determine not only when you'll talk with them, but also to how you will talk with them.
Correct.
And so when the opportunity came, I guess because we were constantly like talking, so it wasn't like, oh, we need to have a difficult or a hard conversation.
Correct.
Because we were already talking, like we talked through the whole process, and so it wasn't like it was something that was kind of sprung up on you.
Correct.
But you need to know how to address, because especially if it's a big change or if it's a emotional change, you don't want to talk about it as they're either coming in from work, going to work, or they're preoccupied and be like, oh, by the way, let's talk about this.
Yeah, in passing, so.
Or be like, well, there's this little something that came up, but it's just a little something.
But it's huge.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that's typically what I would do. I wouldn't say it was a little something if it was big, but I will say, hey, this is what the situation is, or this is what it is. And then I will try to figure it out myself. And then just kind of run the plan by Jay. Be like, okay, so this is what I came up with. And then he'll be like, okay, fine, whatever. And that's how we normally do it. But this time we're not doing that.
Yeah.
This is a team effort.
Team effort.
Yes. Yeah. And we'll see how it goes. No. But so not only to know the communication style, but then when you communicate, you're communicating to understand.
Correct.
You're not communicating to defend your position or to convince the other person of your position and that you are like, and that your way is the right way.
Because when you seek to understand that, that takes it takes away you just trying to either be right or you trying to, I guess, steer whatever it is into your favor.
Yeah.
Because like if you're listening to respond, that's where it causes a lot of disconnect, because you're just trying to say what you're thinking rather than listening to what they're saying, trying to get an understanding, and even asking questions so you get a better understanding. Because I guess the way I've always looked at it is, even like in schools, like if you don't know something, you ask questions. So it's the same thing when you're having conversations. If you don't understand, you're not gonna. If you don't understand it, you sitting there just say, "Yeah, I get it." If you don't understand, ask questions. Ask. And that that has to go with your tone too. Don't just blurt something out. Like let the conversation have that break point and then say, "Okay, I get what you're saying, but I don't understand how we're gonna do this or how that's gonna work." So.
Right, and I think also too, it gets past just like the surface level, like just the facts.
Correct.
You get to understand the heart behind it, the motivations, the feelings behind whatever is being addressed, and not just like, oh, you said you was gonna be home at 5, and now here it is 8. Like you get behind, you get behind that. You get more depth to it.
Yeah.
Also, too, so for me, in this change, it was an opportunity, and so a job opportunity. And me and Jay have been talking about how I've been feeling like within my role here in our house.
Correct.
So he knew that when I said that this was this was an opportunity for us, he knew. Like we then had a conversation about behind like the why, because he knew what more this would make me feel. Yeah. In the role, like I shouldn't say missing. I was needing something. To help, just kind of help with my like self-confidence. And so he knew that this opportunity would give me that.
Correct.
And then some.
Yeah.
All the other stuff that's going on. But the only reason why he was able to do that, because he understood, the motivation behind it.
Because we had conversations prior to that. So having those conversations, and again, if I wasn't listening, I would have probably never, I would have caught that, I would probably have caught that and be like, whatever. But because I heard you, what you were saying in a previous conversation, I understood that, okay, this might be an opportunity for her to, to get that, what she's, what she, not saying you're missing, but what you, that feeling that you need.
Right. And you could have honestly took it personally.
Yeah.
Because you could have been like, oh, so what you think I can provide for you? Yeah. Like, I'm not enough of a provider for, our family. Like, there are so many other ways that you could have responded.
Yeah, that's true.
But because you knew, the motivation behind it, also you knew that my identity, I've been able to separate my identity from a job.
Correct.
And the work that I've been able to do in deepening my relationship with God has truly put me in a different mindset. And not even a mindset, but a heart set, a heart shift. I tried. But it shifted my heart so that I don't, I will look at this, I will look at all of these opportunities that are coming as what God has put in my life, not as being the source of my happiness or the source of my status or the source of my identity. These are just resources.
That's good. Oh, that's good.
So
that is good, yeah.
So yeah.
I don't have anything else on there.
Okay. Well, then that leads to the next one of basically stating the facts, keeping the main thing the main thing. And like we just said, easily it could have been Jay could have taken it personal, or and even I could have I could have minimalized. I was trying to figure out the word. I could have minimized the impact or just the need for this.
Yeah.
Because of trying to make sure that we're saving each other's feelings or not trying to stir the pot and whatever, and then getting distracted on what is the real purpose of the thing.
Yeah.
And I know this comes up, especially when you're when there's changes in expectations or roles, responsibilities. This comes up because then you start talking about one thing, and then you bring in this thing, and then a third, and then before long you're like, well, what were we really supposed to be talking about? Yeah. You've gotten so far away from the real thing. So when you're going through a change, you want to make sure that you keep the main thing, the main thing. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're coming to, you have a resolution.
Yeah.
In this regard, some things will have to change. So what is that change? And be able to work that out. Okay, so the next two I'm going to combine. It is identify your deal breakers as well as adjust your expectations.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm combining these is because I think they kind of go hand in hand. When you get married, you have a certain set of expectations, and you have your deal breakers.
Yeah.
But things life brings change, and so some of those things are have to be redefined.
Correct.
So your deal breakers will have to be redefined because now it could be. The change could be because you got a new job, or you thought you wanted to be a major one is. You thought you want to be a parent and you realize you don't want to have children. And so now y'all having to navigate that change. Yeah. So because of that, if that was a deal breaker before, then it's you have to talk through that. What does that mean now? Does it mean that you don't want to have, it could be not having biological children. Maybe you have to foster or adopt or whatever. You have to get into the reason. Like I said, you have to seek to get an understanding of why that expectation has changed, and then why your deal breaker is now and then what you're going to do with your deal breaker.
Okay.
So for us, it's going to be there's going to be certain guidelines that we set in making adjustments to our schedules.
Correct.
There will be deal breakers, and we will have to talk about what those are. And then that will also, too, the deal breakers will help reinforce the adjustments to the expectations that we have. And we'll talk about it a little bit later about why some of these expectations will be adjusted. But there will be a shift in responsibilities. So because of that, those expectations have to change.
Yes.
So, are you okay?
I'm sorry. Yeah, it just got a tickle in my throat. It came out of nowhere. I'm sorry.
So, yeah. And you have anything to say about those deal breakers, adjustments,
No,
expectations?
it's again, a lot of this is something we have had conversations about. So it's not like it's not like it's brand new. Like, this is something that we haven't heard or discussed. So it's, you know, we all have deal breakers of even just, like, we've had conversations, you know, in marriage. Like, we have your brakes and accelerators. It's the same. I look at it the same thing, you know. There's brakes and accelerators. So being that there's brakes and accelerators, I may have expectation that we go all the time, but then you're like, wait, no. So I have to be able to shift my expectations, understanding that I can't always be on the gas.
Yep.
So.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I thought about that now in a different light. Like, it's going to be an intense year for us. Like, for us to be able to manage all of the things that are going on, it's gonna be challenging.
Yeah.
There'll be season or moments where it'll be easier than others, but it could be very challenging. I'm trying to go in with my eyes wide open, right? But even in that, we are committing to it's going to be extremely tough for this year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because so for example, when we were moving into the house, we were like, okay, we have a year that we were going to, everything extra was going to the down payment on the house.
Correct.
Well, down payment and moving in and like being able to do things we want to do, get in the house.
Correct.
Okay. So for that year, it worked out because, well, actually, no, we started off good. Because we started off the reason why I said that, because we started off in 2019. The end of 2019 is when we even thought about, or I brought up, not we, I brought up the idea of us moving.
Yeah.
And so then that's when we said, okay, the next year, we were going to just focus on saving for the house. Well, in that, it wasn't vacations. I mean, we did do date nights, but they were not consistent.
Correct.
But then also, too, we got additional help from the pandemic.
Yeah.
In that we had nowhere to go.
So we had a lot of time.
So we had to get creative anyways in the house. So that helped significantly in helping us to save money as well.
Yeah.
But we were committed to that this is the year where we're just going to minimize our discretionary spending in order to save for the house.
Correct.
So that's going to be kind of the same scenario. Like, this is the year we're committing to whatever we commit to.
Yeah.
And y'all, we're not trying to be, we're not trying to hide anything. It's just that we are legit in this moment. And we have nothing to share because we have not, we're still working through it to define what those expectations, what those adjustments will be, what are our deal breakers. So we're not trying to, be elusive. It's literally legit. We are working through it right now.
Yeah.
So, but this will be the year where it's going to just look different, but committing to like it not going, we cannot function for the health of our marriage, family, and everything for an extended amount of time at the pace that we're about to go.
Correct.
Because we've been, and that's a good thing. Thank you, Lord. It's the pace. We're shifting pace.
Yeah.
Because we have been in a season where it's been more relaxed, more chill, more at ease.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go into a season where it's more...
About to start running.
We're going to be running. We got to get that...
I don't like running.
We got to do that marathon.
I don't like running.
We need that marathon speed because we got to be able to keep consistent pace throughout well, it's the amount of time. Right. So I just thought about that.
Yeah.
But and then I have the next thing would be start with yourself. So, and then this is in regards to whatever change you want to see. Okay, so if there's a need for a change, start with yourself. If you feel like your spouse is not doing something that you need, you do it for them. Meaning, if I feel like I'm not getting enough words of affirmation from my husband, and that's what I need, I'm going to start being more verbal with him about what I appreciate about him. Mm-hmm. And he would eventually reciprocate, because he's going to be like, oh, that's kind of weird. She didn't used to do this, and now all of a sudden she's doing it. And even if he doesn't or he doesn't reciprocate, he will ask, so what is this about? Like, what's going on? You know? But then that opens the door to having conversation.
Yeah, that's why I laugh, because that's when I was working out the house, there was times where she would meet me at the door, give me a hug and kiss, and I'd be like, what's going on? So, so when she said that's why I'm laughing, because she would do that. I was like, okay, is everything okay?
Yeah. So just be the, we lead by example, especially if you have kids. They're watching more than
everything.
More than they're actually like listening. Yeah. So if they see it, they'll know to do it. And the same thing for your relationship. If that's what you want, you gotta see it, you gotta do it, you gotta put in the time and the commitment. If you're like wanting to pray, either together or just pray more, period, then just do it. Or you want your spouse to be praying more, you just do it more in front of him. So I'm just So just start with yourself. Also, too, in our situation, we made some goals, right, at the beginning of the year. Yep. So my starting with myself looks like those goals, I'm going to figure out how I can keep those goals myself. Mm-hmm. Like my role in them. Yeah. Like how does it look for me to still do that? Right. Because we did make some, our word is consistency, which I feel like, okay, consistency, now we're running. Okay, this is going to be fun. But what does that look like even in my own individual walk with God? Like, how am I still going to show up for those things? How am I still going to show intention with you? Mm-hmm. Like, so these are things that I'm making sure that I have, like I bring to the table when we talk about these things, so that it doesn't seem like it's just you have to change. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you got to make all the like you have to accommodate me. Yeah. That's not what I want, or that's not what I want to convey. Mm-hmm. So therefore, what am I going to do?
No, that's situation. Good. That's good though. That's good, because a lot of times, like you said, the first thing is like what you're gonna do, but you're not thinking about what do you need to do. Mm-hmm. So again, this is a team. So it's like, easy. I look at it, it looks like a team. We all have our part to play. So as a team, it's like, if I was playing on a basketball team, I understood what my part was, but I'm not doing my part. I need to look at myself, say, okay, why do I not feel that I can either perform what I'm doing, or not say perform, but me not being able to do what my position is. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also too, it goes back to how things are gonna, like my expectations will have to change, because also too, like I said, there's gonna be a shift of responsibilities. Yeah. So now I have to probably adjust my, I have to adjust like some things that I expect Jay to do, and the way he does it is not the way that I do it, and gotta be okay with it.
You gotta be okay with it, but at the same time, yeah. But still, it's a communication thing too. So, if I don't know certain things, you got to be able to verbalize and communicate that with me too. So.
Okay, so the next one is going to be big for us, and I'm very interested to see how this is incorporated. But the next one is incorporate help and support as needed. Why are you making that face?
Because when the way you say this new, I'm trying to figure out what that means.
Well, because it's something that we don't typically do. Also, too, we haven't really been... Our friend group really has not been physically close to us to kind of help with some of the logistical things.
Correct.
So that's why I said this. So this will be a new thing for us because we do have a friend group that can help and family.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, what is that going to look like?
Well, like I said, like I said, like you're right, because we do have a friend group that's close now. So, it could be, but again, it's also a difficult, not say difficult, but because we're so used to doing stuff on our own pretty much, we never really seek out the support to help. So yeah.
That's why I said it's new
it's gonna.
But I think we need to.
I don't.
Oh, here we go.
No, I don't.
Yes, stay on camera, please. So I can play
I'm not against help, by no means. Because again, I'm gonna need some help for daddy-daughter dance. I can't do that by myself. So, see, I can't do daddy-daughter by myself.
You are.
I know, but I'm gonna need some help for that.
Really? So the reason why I'm reacting this way is because I will not be here. I'll be at residency. And I said, oh, maybe you guys shouldn't do it. Because, of course, I want to be here. I want to help get Ivy ready and all things. And he was like, oh, no, I can do it. I got it. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, but that's what
Mind you, it's going to be a very, very busy weekend.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You're not going to be able to do it by yourself. So the fact that he's admitting it is great because I was just like, there's just no way. There's just no way. So I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this now.
Right now?
No, not right now. I'm just interested to see your thoughts and what made you come to that conclusion and so forth.
Because I know there's certain things that I just know. There's, like I say, there's certain things that you want to see. So, and I know our friend group will be able to do those things, record those things for you. So,
definitely record.
That's what I'm saying. Because I won't be able to do everything. So we're gonna need somebody, and
But I also have helped you out. There are a couple things that I've done to help you out.
Yes.
Too. So, because I knew this was coming. I was surprised it came this early. I was expecting it to be a couple of days while I'm away. And you'd be like, okay, so I'm not going to be able to do that and this, that. That's fine. That's great. I'm proud of you. Look at that. Growth already. And then the next one it ties into basically invoking our community.
Okay.
But it also means we have to socialize our plan and get feedback. And who do we need to socialize this plan with? Our little humans.
Oh, I was like, who we talk? Okay, now it makes sense. Yeah, that's...
So this is so new for us. We are at a point where our kids are old enough, and because of us encouraging them to use their words, that we have to involve them, not necessarily in the development of the plan, but this is how...
Execution of the plan.
Yes, this is how things are going to be, and for them to also, too, adjust their expectations.
Correct. Because
we've built, like I said, they've gone through all these transitions with us, but because they haven't really been of age, some of them, like littles especially, they're just like, okay, whatever. Daddy's at work, daddy's home, whatever. Like, they're just like, it's all about us anyways, so y'all have a life, but they don't understand. So this is going to be new, that now they are starting to comprehend, like, how we run the household, how we interact with each other. And so for them to have to adjust, because like even for example for today, like the day we're recording this, they had friendship parties at school. Both of us were able to volunteer at different times. Well, we each volunteered for a class. So they've gotten accustomed to seeing us around the school, like, you know, and helping out, volunteering at the school.
And that's going to change too.
That will change. And like it's just going to cause, it's going to be a change for them. So for us to have to like truly talk to them, let them know what is changing and how they can still own a part of this plan, so that they're able to adapt to the change better or easier, is different and new for us.
I understand. I ain't got nothing else to say because you're right. It's
And
but I'll say this then. But like you said, I think they're to the point where they, because even when you did residency last time, there was certain things that we was able to tell them, so during the week was a little bit easier. And they actually listened and, you know, executed those things that we said.
Yes.
You know, there was some times where it was like they didn't execute certain things, but at the same time it's like, you know, I'm not gonna get flipped over the place because they didn't do one thing, but if they was able to execute other things, it's a win.
It is. And as I said, it's something that, I mean, I don't, it's not that I don't think they can do it. It's just that it's just going to be different. But also, too, we've been slowly coming to this conclusion.
Correct.
Because I have, I shouldn't say we have, our oldest, he's very much he wants to be in the know.
Need to know basis.
So because of that, like, and actually, even the littles, as far as our family calendar, they stay on top of me. Like, they give me no leadway.
No grace.
When the first is here,
no grace.
Mommy, why does that say last month's? Like, no. It is a whole new month. We need to know what's going on. And so, because usually we wouldn't tell them anything because we were like, well, y'all don't really need to know because y'all not driving. Like, but now it's like because they can look forward to it. And also, too, I feel like they can, it's like, they feel more confident knowing, like, okay, that's the start and that's the end, you know? So, like, they see on the calendar, oh, Mommy's going to be at residency. And so, but we still have, cause there's other things going on during that week, but we still have things to do. And then also, too, they have, like, okay, Mommy's going, but she's coming back and she'll be back on this day. Like, it's kind of a thing. Of course, they don't want me to go, but it's still, like, they're aware and they can still own they can still own all that. And so so we've been having to update the family calendar. We've even had to put a calendar on like Aiden's, like our son's phone, like give him access to, like we've had to create a whole family calendar where he can see to remind him about upcoming tests and tutorials and after school activities. And that's just like
a lot.
It's a lot, but it's new, but that's where we're at, right? And so getting, and then just kind of getting their feedback because they know things that are coming up that we don't, especially like after school activities, especially with our oldest, because he's like, oh, this, you know, we're gonna have a late rehearsal or blah blah blah, whatever the case may be, he can tell us.
That's good. That's good too.
He can tell us that.
As you're talking, I'm like, I have to show Aiden how to be able to put stuff into the calendar.
He needs to start putting stuff in.
So I can show him, and so he knows like when something comes up, he can start doing it himself. And it's gonna fall back on, we won't have to be putting everything in there because he'll just be so used to just putting stuff in the calendar. I don't know why that just clicked when you said it just now.
That's what it's like. It's crazy. This new age parenting, it's just. It has its benefits because, like, I'd be like, downstairs, he's upstairs, hey, text him. I need you to bring me, or I need you to do. But also, too, he's constantly have a phone in his hand, and so trying to teach the right habits.
And we can text him and he have his phone here. and won't answer us because
he's
playing a game.
And then there's that. So there's like all that, but yeah, being able to like, and kind of actually get a feel of things that they may not want to do.
Yeah.
I feel like our kids are, especially our youngest, he's probably like, I don't want to do that. Do we have to go? Do I have to get changed out of my PJs?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's new and something that we'll be doing. I did have a thought and I forgot. Oh man, it was about socializing, the plan, get feedback. I think in the incorporating the community support. And so if you don't have a community and your marriage is going through, like you're going through a change and you're not sure how to navigate it, reach out. We're marriage coaches. We do premarital counseling as well as just marriage coaches. So seek out wise counsel. There's marriage coaches. There's definitely couples therapy. There's marriage mentors. Create. The good thing about the internet is that you can create your own network and community. Seek out other like-minded individuals. If it has to start with the internet until you're able to find local, people who live close to you, that's fine. But don't try to do it alone if you truly don't have to, right? And that's kind of why we've been able to create this friend group where we live now, because of them not having like a lot of family around. We've been able to kind of create our own community out of, anyways. So that's what I want to say. Don't feel like you have to do it yourself or that you don't have it. Also, too, don't be afraid to ask. You never know what people will say. If you don't ask, they don't know that you need help.
That's true.
And so I don't think there's anything wrong with asking. I'm getting there now because before I was like, no, I can do it. I'll just do this, do that, and run myself ragged and be burnt out, right? And people were like, but why did you feel like you had to do that?
Yeah.
Y'all want another growth moment? So I typically OD on Valentine's for the kids.
Good point.
I OD. And this year I did not. And when I say OD, it's like because I feel like, I can make this. Like I want the personal touch.
And be stressed out all
and
night.
Be stressed out because I have to get 3 different types of gifts for the class because they're different grades, different interests, stressed out, trying to figure out ideas and then figure out, I got all the materials and stuff to create these things. They be cute, but it takes time and it's a lot of effort. But this year, literally went into Walmart, shout out to Walmart, and found like they had like these little like card and a little gadget. Because the whole thing, we also too don't like to give candy. Because they're gonna get candy from other people, so we try to do a little gadget, a little toy, a little trinket, something. But they had a card and a little trinket, and then they had all for another thing. I didn't have to get 3 because the 6th graders don't do this. Yeah. So I only had to get 2, and they had like 2 ideas of toys and stuff that they like. It was perfect, and I did no D. Even with the teachers' gifts.
That's
literally bought one from the store. Nothing was handmade but the signature. The other one, I made a cute little gift tag and stuff. Yeah. But yeah. And so, and that was because I had to just let it go and had to do things different.
That's big. That's big because you say that's big for you because that's big.
It's big. I mean, I didn't outsource to like a person, but I let the store do it, and the kids don't care.
That's crazy though, because I'm so like you say it now. It's like normally I'm up helping you do stuff.
Yes.
Till you're done, and last night we didn't do that.
We didn't have to do anything.
That's you right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I had to tape some needed extra tape. That's it.
That's crazy. That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
So yeah, so give yourself grace. Definitely seek assistance. Ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. That's the saying?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. And the very last point, which is something you should do, even like goals, whatever, always, is set a time that you'll come back and review and see how this is working for you. So we'll set a time for, probably because there's a lot going on, probably like on a monthly basis, especially initially. It's going to be more frequent, like just check in. Hey, so this is what we set up. Is it working for you? Because it could be working for one person and not the other.
Correct.
So you want to make sure that you're checking in, making sure that everybody's good. And then at the check-in, you do need to be sincere. Don't just tell me what you think I want to hear. Yes. Because I really need to know, you really need to know if it's actually working, if this is really going to be sustainable for this time period that we've set out for. Correct. Because if you're coming in and you're saying, oh, it's fine, but yet you're still there's a little piece that's irritating you about it, what will happen is that irritation becomes resentment, and then that creates a whole nother problem within your relationship. So just be honest, be respectfully honest, and transparent, so that you can fix whatever needs to be fixing. Also, too, be okay in this time period. Be okay with making real-time audibles. Yeah. Because there could be something that I think, we've thought this out. We thought that this would work, and then it doesn't. You got to be okay with like, hey, babe. So we had said we were going to do this. We have to make this change right now. Yeah. We can talk later about if this is something that's going to be a permanent thing or whatever, but we got to do this for the sake of whatever. Yeah, but
once again, you can make a real-time audible, but still you have to communicate. You have to communicate this is something you can't just do it and be like, oh yeah, well.
Well, it depends on how real-time you got to be.
That's true.
So, but I do agree. Definitely, even if it's made real time, like you can't make a quick test or have a quick conversation about it. Make the change and then convey what happened, and then see if and then talk it through. Yeah. And I think that might be the part I might have the most difficulty with, because if I already have it in my head that you're gonna own, I don't know, getting the kids to school. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna let you do that however you do that, right? But I've already, because I know that's the one thing that he has that he's gonna do his way, I have to release that. I have to let that go, right? But then if you have to make an audible and about something completely different, I have to be okay with that. And that's what I was like, I gotta let it go. Like, I gotta be okay, it's okay. Because he's good, and that's what's so weird. It's like you would think, it's not that I don't trust you. Yeah. It's just I need to stop thinking that my way is the best way.
You gotta have your hands on everything.
On everything, and I think that's going to be the most difficult part for me. Yeah. It's just making sure that I have to trust in the person that I'm married to do the right thing, and also he needs to do the right thing for him if he's in that moment.
I make sure the kids are fed, they got clothes on.
Right, and it probably won't be the clothes that I set out for them. But
I'm going to let them pick their clothes. If they look crazy, hey.
No.
See, you got to let that go. No. You got to let it go. Yes. If they want to be.
Okay, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Well, we're doing so well.
I'm sorry, y'all. I knew she was going to do that.
And it's not that I don't want our kids to pick out their own clothes. I have a youngest who does not care. He does not care.
He don't.
And he would wear PJs to school if we would let him. And he does not care. He doesn't even care about colors, which is, I guess, fine. I don't know. But I also want to make sure he's dressed for the right season that day is. Correct. Because we live in Texas and the seasons change, sometimes even during the day, the same day. So I just, okay.
Everything gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It'll be all right. It's gonna be all right. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So the marriage advance tip is change is constant. And you just need to decide what is best for your situation. So together, work it out. Come up with a plan. Make sure you understand the feeling, the emotion behind whatever change is, and then come up with a plan to address it, and then check in, make sure everything's good. You do just need to make sure you do what's best for you. Do not do what works best for someone else. Because that couple, you don't know the details of that couple. You don't even know the motivations behind why they do what they do.
Yeah.
So it may or may not work for you. Make sure you're okay with whatever you guys decide. It goes back to our episode about the boundaries, leaving and cleaving. And if it doesn't look like what others would expect for you or from you, that's good too.
I don't have anything else. That was good.
Okay.
So as always, like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. I think I got everything that time.
Yes.
Right?
And make sure you check out our website, our merch. We have this. We have the BSide of Marriage gear, as well as us period gear. So check it out. Support. If you can't support financially by purchasing a shirt, please be sure to share.
Yes.
Share and review.
All right, well, until next week.
Because the real work begins at I do.
Peace.